Did you know Amazon provides ways of working that fits your lifestyle? They know you value your time outside of work, juggling family, school, friends, or other activities. That's why they offer a variety of shifts that work for you. There are full-time, part-time, and even temporary opportunities that can work with your schedule. With great starting pay and sign-on bonuses. If you want a career that fits and adapts to your lifestyle, head to Amazon.com/apply. Amazon is a proud equal opportunity employer.
We're talking about podcasts. We're talking about podcasts. Podcasts.
Merry Mini Monday, Chunkies. I'm Carter.
I'm Doge.
I'm Jordan. My only goal is to make Doge laugh with every single one of those.
You did it. You got it this time.
And if you don't, just hearing me go on the recording
That's pretty good.
is usually enough. Guys,
Listen, I'm so joyful of a guy that it's so easy to make me laugh. Virtually anything. I'm always on the verge of
When I
busting
think
up.
of Doge, I think of giggles.
Yeah. Really light, joyful guy.
cut scenes like all the times that we're just like boing and he's just giggly just like that. It works every time. We got to jump into the Book of Boba Fett.
I'm sorry, I didn't watch any of that this week. I didn't watch the Book of Boba Fett this week.
Immediately, I am so confused in a good way, I would say, to start. I mean, I watched this just before I went to bed. So last night, and it was like, it was not the Book of Boba Fett.
So when we watch a TV show as a group of dudes, just doing what dudes do, we get to each have one super dump per series. And we like to save that for the end and do it at the end so that we don't super dump something that might turn out to be, oh, that's actually a plot point. You know what I mean? Like give the whole show a chance to breathe before we say what our least favorite thing about it is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do the Book of Boba Fett that courtesy. My series super dump for the Book of Boba Fett is that 4 episodes in, we have now just dropped an episode of The Mandalorian in the Book of Boba Fett, because that is so indicative of the fact that there was no plan. There is no story to tell here. The show was already plotless, and we stopped our show and aired an episode of another show because our show was so plotless.
Yeah. It's bizarre.
I am going to have to rewatch this episode if I'm being honest with you. I am already so ice cold on the Book of Boba Fett that when this started, I just went, I don't care. Like Mando showed up and I didn't care. I don't care. I'm out. I'm out on Book of Boba Fett. I'm going to have to rewatch this and change my brain to go, this is a Mandalorian standalone.
Well, sure. This
episode.
is Mandalorian season 3, episode 0.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No,
like it's so clear to me that we ended Mando season 2 and it was this great send-off. Spoilers for Mandalorian. If you're listening to this and you haven't watched Mandalorian, huge, enormous spoilers here. We ended Mandalorian season 2 and it was a great send-off, and it was like this cathartic moment of Grogu and Mando finally separate. Luke takes Grogu, and then we decided we do want to do a season 3, even though it sort of feels like Mando's story is over. We do want to do a season 3, and there's a place we want our characters to be when we start season 3, but it's not where we ended them at season 2. So we have all this weird in-between stuff, and we'll just do half a Boba Fett show and a little bit of Mando stuff, and then this will waste everybody's time and then get everybody where they're supposed to be, rather than ask Disney for 2 more episodes. You've printed Disney money by making Grogu. You can get 2 more episodes of your next season of Mando if it really takes that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just messy. It was so unnecessary to have these like Boba Fett episodes. There's so many things to talk about, I think personally, like with what this episode has done for the trajectory of not just Mandalorian, but like just Star Wars. It's the most bizarre thing. Star Wars has a pretty full cinematic bingo card.
Yeah.
It kind of has done everything. But this is new. I've never experienced anything like this in my life. With Mando showing up, there was so much exposed about what was bad about Boba Fett.
Yes, absolutely. Because
they
the
made a
worst
mistake
thing,
putting this episode here.
Yeah.
This is like, you went ahead and you said this entire show at the beginning. You said this entire show is going to be about Boba Fett. And I think we were a little bit too cavalier because a lot of people really like the character of Boba Fett in like Star Wars lore for whatever existed for him. And I was one of those. And now I feel like, because in my opinion, episode 5 was so good and so nothing to do with the first half of this season, that Boba Fett is dead. He's dead again. The Sarlacc pit of Robert Rodriguez sucked him up. Like, Bryce Dallas Howard flexed so hard in this episode.
Yeah, she
exposed Robert Rodriguez. I wonder if this will hurt his career. Like, she made it seem so easy. Everything about it was almost like the way people moved.
Yeah, the choreography, the cinematography, like the budget for this episode. This had to be the most expensive episode of the season so far, with all the CG of the Larry Niven Ring World stuff,
which looked awesome, by the way.
The Ring World was super cool. The destruction of Mandalore, the Night of 1,000 Tears, like all of that stuff looks amazing.
All of the creatures. I've never seen so many critters and little cute little androids.
This is where the budget went.
Naboo starfighter that he's flying around.
Yeah, that N1 starfighter is sick.
I'm so in.
Yeah, I was thinking about you, Carter. There's a lot of episode 1 callbacks here with
there are.
Amy Sedaris' pit droids, with the N1, with Beggar's Canyon, the Boonta Eve Classic.
Even choosing to include Amy Sedaris, who, by the way, put Amy Sedaris in anything you want. I love her. I'm not opposed. But even choosing to include Amy Sedaris' character here, it's not only is it a random again, I'm going to have to rewatch this with a better mindset, because even when it started, I was just annoyed. I was like, of course we're doing this.
That's the thing, because it was a good episode.
It's a great episode of The Mandalorian. I'm going to have to watch it again because I couldn't enjoy it at all.
Yes. Can you imagine, though? Let's have a world where Disney, out of nowhere, a Book of Boba Fett maybe has already happened and it's reached its fruition. It's done. We hated it. It wasn't very good. What a bummer. Oh, well, let's just see what Mando season 3 has to offer. We're going in kind of like, ugh, is this just saturated in all they do now? But then they drop this first episode of season 3 of Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have a different vibe?
I do. Yeah.
You're
Absolutely.
like, oh my God, the budget doubled. They're doing all this amazing stuff. This whole changing directors thing really bit them in the butt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
it could not be more different. I can already see like the meme Star Wars culture and subreddits. Like, Boba Fett season 1, episodes 1 through 4 is going to be the brunt of jokes for a long time. I haven't heard too many good opinions about the beginning of Book of Boba Fett outside of people trying to will it to be good.
Star Wars diehard fans, and I've been there too, so this is not throwing shade, but Star Wars diehard fans have this uncanny ability to trick themselves into liking anything.
Yeah, it's interesting. And even saying, because of that bingo card I said earlier, and just how many variables are at play just in the history of Star Wars now, I don't even know if I could really define diehard Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
That's true. I think there's subcultures of diehard Star Wars fans, you know?
Yeah.
There's some that say, as long as you just stick to literature canon, I'm good, you know? And then there's some that are like,
listen, I'm a diehard Star Wars fan. I have been for my whole life. If you just make it make sense, I will like it. I promise.
that's really all it takes.
But we had about 2 hours of Boba Fett show. Like, the 4 episodes before are about 2 hours, 20 minutes of wasted time so that Boba could be where we need him to be, so that we could do this episode with Mando. It's so clear that Mando is what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
But whether it's like COVID delays or like contract stuff or budget stuff, for whatever reason, they just couldn't do Mando 3 right now. So we did Boba Fett instead, and we artificially padded the runtime at the beginning of this with flashbacks that it turns out don't super matter. Like, it's just such a waste.
Speaking of such a waste, I realized I literally haven't pushed record on Audacity.
We can use the Zoom recording for this one. We're already 10 minutes in.
How do we feel about...
Whoa, hang on, whoa. You sound good.
Don't I sound
so
great?
much better all of a sudden?
Wow,
Yeah.
you sound amazing.
I had that You ever have like the bubble throat, like in the morning?
Yeah.
I just gave one good hack, and here we are.
Wow. That's
and
amazing.
we're back. What did y'all think of the Darksaber in action?
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Of course, it's awesome.
I do too. I love that it seems a little bit more broom. It seems more like Hogwarts broom-like, of like it has like this working with you kind of thing. I really don't remember ever there being a dynamic of outside of, trusting yourself and tuning in with the Force for like being good at using a lightsaber.
Sure.
Darksaber feels like it is alive.
Well, that's the thing in Rebels. We get kind of the teaching of work with your saber, don't work against your saber, be in tune with the Force. And so having the Darksaber sort of also follow that model feels like it might be a way to actually bring an old George Lucas idea into canon. Lucas incorrectly thought that medieval broadswords were about 35 to 40 pounds. And so he imagined lightsabers weighing about that much when he was making episode 4. And so that's why everybody swings them with two hands. That's why Ben and Vader's duel is so slow and clunky, because they're using 50-pound laser broadswords. And then to show that Luke had such good training, he had him use it one-handed later. We kind of abandoned the idea of lightsabers being super heavy, but we might be trying to bring something like that back into canon with this whole work with the saber thing. So,
and even to have this like Drax-sized Mandalorian take his own shot at the saber.
Yep.
And
that's Jon Favreau, by the way.
Is it really?
Voicing
and it
him.
feeling super heavy for him too. Like
I love seeing Din accidentally burn his leg with the saber because he's still clumsy with it. I think that's something we don't get enough of in Star Wars.
Yeah.
I love, we've talked before about Mandalorian feels like a video game structure of like, go to this quest, get this piece of armor, go to this quest, get this weapon, go to this quest.
Dismantling the Beskar spear to get the resources to craft new armor feel that way to you? Yeah,
right. So there's a lot of that in it. I love the idea that our new season might be full of mini bosses trying to get their hands on the Darksaber. Just like, I love the idea of Din being inconvenienced by people challenging him to a duel to the death, and him being like, I guess I have to. Okay, let's do it.
Was this our first in the movies? I know that there's been a lot of time in Clone Wars on Mandalore, right? But was this our first Mandalore in like
we got a little flashback of it. Din's not from Mandalore, is he? Nope. He's just a foundling.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, it was, I think. I think this might be our first live action Mandalore.
Yeah, and it just felt like kind of shadowy looks at it, because I do think it does feel like we're going to actually go to in ruin Mandalore, especially with the quest that has been given to Din. Are we saying Din now?
Yeah.
Because are we trying to be like now we're trying to be like, because he's technically not a Mandalorian anymore?
Yeah, I mean, they just haven't accepted him back into that cult.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't go back.
On the topic,
you just want to see Pedro Pascal's face.
No, I think he'll keep. I hope he keeps the helmet on separate from them, but kind of like says like, I don't even need you. I'll do
unites like the Bo-Katan Death Watch group and the hardcore Mandalore cultists.
Could be interesting.
I was gonna say, is he gonna be encouraged by Boba? Like, no, don't do it. Look at me. I didn't go back.
Look how bad my show was.
Look at me. I didn't go back. I had to have Mulan help me steal my ship.
Look how good our show is, though. Not bad. We have a good show because despite my own mistakes this morning that only me and my good friends know, we need to go ahead and jump to some ads and make money.
Progressive presents Forced Metaphors about bundling your home and auto.
In sports, 3 goals is a hat trick. And when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, you get a hat trick of great savings and round-the-clock protection. So you might be thinking, wait, that's 2 things. A hat trick is 3. But in this metaphor, great savings counts as 2 goals, and so does round-the-clock protection. So it's like 4 goals, and that's more than 3. It's basic math.
Forced Metaphors. Presented by Progressive. Bundle and protect today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Can we be done talking about the Book of Boba Fett, please?
Sure, but let's talk a little bit more about this episode of The Mandalorian. I have a couple of things to say about it. May I say them?
Yeah.
Do it.
At the end, it's clear that he's saying that he's got to go find Grogu before he helps Boba. Did you guys get that vibe as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that this series is going to end on a cliffhanger and we're not going to get the war with the Pike Syndicate.
Boba?
What?
Yeah. I think that he's going to spend... I
You
think
think next
Boba-
episode's going to be about Din again?
Next episode is going to be another episode of The Mandalorian. I can virtually guarantee it. I really, really
They're going
doubt.
to try and set up Book of Boba Fett season 2.
I think they might try to set up Book of Boba Fett season 2 or split Mando season 3 down the middle and have it be halvesy Boba, halvesy Din.
No.
I think, fortunately, Book of Boba Fett is going to be so bad, and it has nothing to do with the rest of the Star Wars world right now, in my opinion, that it can just go. It can just disappear. So my hope is they just, like, any plans they had to go halvesies again or just do anything with Boba anymore, they're just like, nah.
I care less. If Book of Boba Fett ends on a cliffhanger and we don't get the war with the Pikes, I don't really care. If they do that so that Mando season 3 can be splitting its time between good Mandalorian and this,
Yeah.
I'm going to be so sad.
I mean, Din has a lot of stuff that he says he wants to do before he helps Boba, though. Like, he wants to go find Grogu, and it won't be, oh, I know exactly where Grogu is. Let me FaceTime him. You know, he's going to have to track down Grogu and presumably Luke. We might get another Luke appearance. Like,
There's a nice little spot on that N1 for him.
yeah, exactly. That's why they removed that astromech port, is so that Grogu can sit back there and they can sell action figures of Din and Grogu flying their ship together.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. What else should we talk about in Mandalorian?
I'm
I don't know,
so
man.
tired
Mandalorian
of giving
in
this
the book,
show real
in the
estate
book
in
of
my brain.
Mandalorian. But that's what I'm saying. You need to not look at this episode as this show.
Yeah,
And let it-
surprise. You got
I
an
gotta
advanced
rewatch
press
it.
screener of the first episode of Mandalorian season 3.
I got to rewatch it. I watched it like such a huffy baby. I watched the whole thing just like, of course they don't have courage to finish out the thing they started.
It's just confirmed, like, whenever I rewatch The Mandalorian, I will skip the Boba Fett shows, the Boba Fett episodes, but I will include this episode
Oh,
that makes
yeah, for
rewatches
sure.
really tough.
That's what I was going to say. I think that's one of the worst things about this is having Boba in The Mandalorian for just a smidge was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so cool to me. And just to see him just as the old man with the Tusken Raider Rafiki stick, just killing,
Yeah.
stormtroopers or super troopers or whatever we call them, was awesome. Death troopers? What are the
Super
what are the-
Troopers.
No,
I think
it's not
is
Super
the-
Troopers.
No, I think
is
it's
it?
Super Troopers.
No, it's not. You're going to get me. You're going to get me. You're tricking me. It can't be Super Troopers. That's a funny movie. I want to play a game. Can I play a game with y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an oldie but a goodie, and it's not going to hurt you. This is the one that I think y'all have fun with, and you can't lose. Do you know what? Can you guess what I'm talking about? Been a bit. You ready? Let's play Synops Us.
Oh, I do like this one.
I love it.
See there?
I do like this one.
Cruel
Yeah.
host. Synops Us. It's been a while, and I don't think we've played it in the year of two chunks in this 2022. But Synops Us is giving these boys most often a movie that they should be to an extent familiar with, and they will create. And I can never remember the name of this game. I think this
It
is.
feels
it's
like
not
there's supposed to be a
telephone.
name for it, right?
Yeah, of like the back and forth of each having a word. They're trying to recreate as closely as possible the synopsis that IMDb has provided for that movie. And so the synopsis that IMDb has provided is, if you've ever looked on IMDb's website or on the app, it's the one that's just right by the movie when you pull it up to let you know just a smidge about what's the movie here. And so I want to do a movie from each of our Batman worlds. Okay. And I want us to just start with the OG.
Yeah.
I want to just do Batman. I want you to give me together a synopsis of Batman.
Batman 1989.
Batman 1989.
We decide who goes first by guessing how many names are in this, right?
Correct. And we don't use we don't use like environment names, like cities or anything. right?
No,
Okay.
just
No.
like
How
individual.
many named characters?
I'm going to go. Oh, sorry.
I'm going to say,
Don't say it.
like, if they
Don't tell
say,
us. We have to guess.
No. Okay, so if we're doing one about the Avengers and they say Iron Man, that's a name.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 3.
We're supposed to guess 3.
No. That's my bad. See,
We're
been a
supposed
while.
to guess the
Three was
number.
synopsis.
3 was going to
Carter,
be my
I've
guess.
said that 4 times in a
We
row.
just said
on
don't
this
tell
call.
us. We kept saying don't tell us.
I'm so bad. What a day. Do you have any guesses for how many there are?
3.
Probably 3, I think.
That's
Great
what
job.
I'm bummed too because my guess was going to be 3.
You can go first. You get the first word then.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Sorry.
Come on, man.
Be better.
Be better.
Billionaire
Bruce
Wayne
has secret :
You didn't
It's a
tell us how many.
secret
You didn't tell
colon.
us how many sentences.
That's
it
for
is.
his.
It's a
his bad
secret :
poops.
for his secret bathroom times.
You didn't tell us how many.
How many sentences it is?
Oh, good morning. 1.
Okay.
Oh, we're in trouble. We have started this poorly.
Billionaire Bruce Wayne has a secret.
At
Nighttime
he
puts
on
a
suit
to
become
Batman.
so
He
may
fight
the
Joker.
period.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. I feel like
None
that
of that went how I wanted it.
because we only said 2 names, right?
No,
You
we
said
said
3.
3.
Oh, Bruce Wayne and Batman are different names. Okay.
Billionaire Bruce Wayne has a secret. At nighttime, he puts on a suit.
I thought you were reading the IMDb one, and I was like, no way, no way, no way.
No. Billionaire Bruce Wayne has a secret. At nighttime, he puts on a suit to become Batman so he may fight the Joker. The actual synopsis: The Dark Knight of Gotham City begins his war on crime with his first major enemy being Jack Napier, a criminal who becomes the clownishly homicidal Joker.
So are you
It feels
counting the
close.
Dark Knight as a name?
I was. It's capitalized.
That makes 3. Yeah.
So we assumed it would be Bruce Batman would be the double name, and it
Yeah.
was Jack Joker.
But it was, they said Jack Napier of all
Jack
things.
Napier. Yeah.
Whoa,
Wow.
What?
It's because Nicholson was billed higher than Michael Keaton for that.
There you go.
He was first billed. It's a Jack Nicholson movie that Michael Keaton is in.
I mean, that
I
is
agree with that.
very
Pretty
true.
accurate. Yeah.
Now let's do a little bit of the Batman and Robin. Let's do a synopsis here. You
Yeah.
can guess how many. I'm going to let you guess this time.
Oh, what a good change of pace.
5.
Batman and Robin. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Clorge Juni.
4.
The answer is 4.
So who
Very
gets
good.
left out?
There's no way they even mention Batgirl. There's no way she even gets a mention in this synopsis.
You think Bane gets a mention
No.
and she doesn't?
No, I think it's Batman. I bet it starts with
Oh, if
Batman
I was
and
trying to get
Robin are
everybody, I
back.
should have said 6.
Yeah. I bet it's Batman and Robin are back and blah, 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 blah. You know. that
You
kind
can't
of
know spoilers. Jordan, you kick us off. It's 1 sentence.
thing. Okay, let's start it like this. As. Mm-hmm.
You.
I love this game when you throw an alley-oop and then the other person spikes it like a volleyball in the opposite direction of the hoop.
I don't
so
even know what's going on. It
I
just
guess
yells
this
energy.
is the
really
direction we're
funny to
headed
be
in.
here.
as you watch
The
movie,
you
will
see
for
yourself.
nope. The
Was that for FOR? FOUR?
FOUR.
Oops.
That's what someone is saying when Neo is watching The Matrix after the fact.
Yeah.
You're going to see 4 yourself. There's lots of them.
You're going to see for yourself. What did you say?
I don't remember.
So you get a do-over.
I don't think I said anything after you said yourself.
He
Did I
didn't.
say anything?
No, you haven't said anything after
Okay.
yourself.
Okay, let's try it again. 4.
Titans.
Normally we We're on the same page in this game, and we
are
vibe off
on
each other.
totally separate. What
We're
did
in
you want me to
different
say
books.
there?
We're in different books.
With like your book of Boba Fett and I'm Mandalorian.
No,
dang.
I think
The magazine of Mandalorian.
I think your book of Boba Fett and I'm Mandalorian. Okay, so you said Titans. You're going to see for yourself 4 Titans.
4 Titans.
Named
Batman.
Robin.
Poison Ivy.
And
Mr. Freeze. Oh, sorry. Mr.
Freeze.
Locked
In
a
eternal
struggle
for
the
very
soul
of
Gotham
City.
Period.
Why did y'all finish so strong when it didn't even matter anymore? What on earth? That was awesome. What a roller coaster. Okay.
We got on the same page at the end.
I can't wait for the last movie that y'all do together. You'll get it dead on. As you watch the movie, you will see for yourself 4 Titans named Batman, Robin, Poison Ivy, and Mr. Freeze locked in an eternal struggle for the very soul of Gotham City. Close.
Eternal.
You were right on the 4 names.
A 2
Batman
hour and 5
Robin.
minute struggle.
You were almost right. Batman, Robin, and Jack Napier try to keep. Sorry. Batman and Robin try to keep their. Oh, no. I didn't know he was getting a drink.
You coffee got him. You got him with the coffee.
My nose is caffeinated now, though. That's good.
Nice. Batman and Robin try to keep their relationship together, even as they must stop Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy from freezing Gotham City.
You know what sucks is
The
that
synopsis thinks that's what the relationship
So-
is like. It's about.
full disclosure to all you listening and Batmaning along with us. The next movie we're supposed to talk about is Batman Forever. And then after that is Batman and Robin, but we're recording both of those right after this. So we did watch Batman and Robin this week. And the worst part is I did read that synopsis literally last night and go, that's funny. I need to remember to bring that up to the guys. No, I forgot it completely.
You did remember the Titans part, though.
We are the Titans, mighty, mighty Titans.
Titan. Finally, we're going to have what was our most recent watch, like as a culture for Batman. Let's do The Dark Knight Rises here at the end.
3 names.
3 names, but I'll say 2 to make it interesting.
4.
Oh, Batman, Bane,
Commish, I think.
or Talia.
Well, that's still only 3. So both of
Well, yeah,
those names would
Catwoman's
make
in
it
there
2.
too.
You think Catwoman gets a mention in this synopsis?
I do. Yeah.
Doge, you start us off. You were closer.
Man, it's been so long since I've seen this movie.
I know. I haven't watched it in a long time.
Batman.
Yeah. Strong
Feels like a
start.
safe
That's
bet.
a strong start.
He is very strong. And he's good at fighting crime.
Batman. Faces.
His
Greatest
challenge
yet. Wait, how many sentences?
1. Sorry.
when
He.
must
Nice. Yep, that's exactly what I want to join
forces
with
Commissioner
Gordon,
and
Catwoman.
in I'm beaming it to you psiotically through the camera on Zoom.
In
You're aiming the wrong place. Look a little bit more towards Jordan because I know the word you're trying to say. I got it. I actually have no idea.
In it's right. It's so close.
Holy.
Now, homonyms have got me in trouble before. Is that WHOLLY or HOLY?
HOLY.
Good. Yeah. Holy. Boy, I do want to say matrimony, but
That's
I
what I
don't
was
think
wanting
I think
you
that
to
would
say.
derail us.
We're doing so good otherwise.
You would just turn them into a thruple.
That's progressive for 2012.
War.
Holy war.
I see. I don't know whether it's better to marry them or put them on a crusade optically for this movie.
Against.
How many? There are 4 names or 3?
4.
Okay. Bane.
Period.
Batman faces his greatest challenge yet when he must join forces with Commissioner Gordon and Catwoman in a holy war against Bane.
I was trying to get you to say in order. In order to defeat Bane.
8 years after the Joker's reign of anarchy.
Wow.
Batman, with the help of the enigmatic Catwoman. If y'all had used enigmatic,
what
over.
if?
Yeah, sure.
Nah, we only get up to about $2.50 words whenever we play this game.
With the help of the enigmatic Catwoman is forced from his exile to save Gotham City from the brutal guerrilla terrorist, Bane.
Now that's G-U-E or G-O?
Is that three names, though? Isn't that three names, though?
No, Joker.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tricky.
Joker gets a name drop even in the movie he's not in.
Amazing.
That's the second time that's happened in this game, right? No Jack Napier got a drop. Yeah.
To end this episode, I want you to take a guess at what our Mandalorian armorer made for Grogu. I'm Carter, and it's going to be a nose ring.
Yeah, I love it. That'll be good for whenever Grogu gets his like rebellious teen phase in, I guess, like 200 years, and he has to yell about not getting a space Vespa. I'm Doge. I think it's going to be like a Spartan-style helmet with the little nose piece, but there will be big cutouts on the side for Grogu's giant, adorable ears.
Can you imagine? That's clearly a massive money grab.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. I'm probably going to like it if that's
yeah,
what
sure.
happens.
Now, if they give him any kind of armor, there's a new kind of Grogu doll they can sell. You can have acoustic Grogu or armored Grogu.
I mean, that's new ears at the park.
Yeah,
to wear.
absolutely.
Unbelievable.
I'm Jordan, and it's going to be Mandalorian helmet, but it goes over his whole body.
He's just like a little
Love
walking
it.
head.
I'm thinking like the rose from Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
How that
Just a little
crystal canister
encases
just
it.
like dunk over top of it.
Beauty and the Beast, or I guess Sleeping Beauty has a rose too.
Oh, I meant Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, okay.
I meant Beauty and the Beast.
I knew exactly what you meant. We're on the same page now. Just missed that
Fine.
earlier.
Gotham's Holy War.
Did you know Amazon provides ways of working that fits your lifestyle? They know you value your time outside of work, juggling family, school, friends, or other activities. That's why they offer a variety of shifts that work for you. There are full-time, part-time, and even temporary opportunities that can work with your schedule, with great starting pay and sign-on bonuses. If you want a career that fits and adapts to your lifestyle, head to Amazon.com/apply. Amazon is a proud equal opportunity employer.